Hey, what's up everybody? This is Alex, your host of the 98 BAB, back again. Out here to do a video. Got a little bit of a slight surprise, you know what I'm saying? Doing a little upgrade on the steering wheel in the vehicle. And the one, as you may have seen before in the previous video, I'm pretty sure some of y'all seen it when I was driving. The steering wheel looked a little messed up, you know what I'm saying? I bought it about 4 years ago. It was an SVE steering wheel, and it's wore out. You know, I'm a mechanic. I work on cars. Hands a little rough, to be expected. But hey, bought another one, SVE FR500 style steering wheel, and doing a little added touch to the car. Make it look, look a little better, because I was looking in the video and didn't like the looks of it. But hey, I'm gonna bring you along with this video of me installing one inside the BAB, Bright Atlantic Blue Cobra 98, baby. But with all due, go ahead and get to this. Beautiful day out. I mean, clear blue sky. Got to love it. Florida at its finest. Yeah. But this pollen has been getting on my nerves today, and for the majority of the freaking week. But hey, it's all right. Give it a good polish a little later. Yeah. But yeah, we got us a new steering wheel added to the collection here. Started unboxing it somewhat. Probably doing this with one hand, but yeah. Decided to go with a FR500 style steering wheel, pretty similar to the one that I've had in there before. Looks a little beat up, you know, but hey, it's time for another one. And I like this one because it has the red stripe on the top and the perforated sides of it with the suede inserts. But this here, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys inside the office. As you may see, I have my little spot over here, not messing up my suede seats here. But we're going to start off by just naming off the tools that I have, okay? Some of you may be mechanically inclined, some may not, but hey, I'm gonna give you a brief breakdown of the tools that is needed to do this job. For one, I'm a big fan of electric tools. Battery powered tools, that's just me. But yeah, this is here. I have a battery powered ratchet wrench. I love that. My ratchet, actual pick, Phillips head screwdriver, 13mm socket, which we will be using in the removal of the steering wheel, 8mm with a reducer, short extension, a T50 hex head socket, and an assortment of hex wrenches there also. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw you guys up top. And all the people who are new to the channel, you know, hey, you can go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, leave yourself a comment. You know, hey, let me know who you are, what you got, what kind of Stang you got. If you don't have a Stang, do you plan on getting one? Hey, join the crew. But hey, without further ado, steering wheel here, beautiful by SVE. I love it. Clearly this one here that I've had before, it's a little rundown, but hey, here to save the day with another one. Okay, so we're gonna set this over here. All right, and we're going to start off, first things first, okay, always disconnect your battery, okay, especially with dealing with airbags or anything electrical. Disconnect your battery first. All right, so we're gonna start off, make sure your steering wheel is centered, and make sure you lock your steering wheel, which I have. All right, and then we're going to go over here. We're going to start off by getting a pick. Okay, this is going to be to pop off the back cover of this here. This is a little cap on the back side of your steering wheel, and also there's another, I don't know if y'all can see this. You guys are head mounted right now, and so inside of here there's going to be 8mm on both sides. Okay, so we're going to start off by ratchet wrench, 8mm, throw it on reverse, all right, we have ourselves one 8mm. All right, set everything on the cloth so you know where everything is at when you go to reinstall. Okay, so now we're going to get over here on the opposite side. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get us an extension. That's the reason why I brought this. Okay, and that one is out. Second 8mm. I'm gonna set that over here. Okay, doesn't want to stay, it's fine too. So now we're gonna go here, we're gonna pull your airbag out. All right, now this here, you have your airbag and you have a connection here. Also, to reinstate, always disconnect your battery. Okay, I've already done that, so if you haven't seen me do that yet, I've done that already. All right, airbag, Cobra, baby. We'll set that over here. Right, so now since we're here, we're looking at the internal guts of the steering wheel, right? All right, so since we're in here, we have the clock spring, which is behind the steering wheel. Clock spring is what controls all of your electronics on your steering wheel, so it allows you to turn your wheel, you know, and still be able to use your electronic controls, cruise control and so forth. You have this connector up here which has to be disconnected, right? And leave these to the side. Okay, and now this here is going to be your actual horn. So when you press on the steering wheel, these things here actually makes your horn sound off. So you're going to remove these little two tabs, right? Lay those to the side, right? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and disassemble, take this hex off. All right, so we're going to get the T50. Right, this here is going to remove. We'll get an extension on this one for a little better leverage. Right. When doing this, it's probably best to take your legs, brace the steering wheel, right, and remove it to be able to break that nut free. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my electric ratchet wrench. All right, got yourself here. Roll that there. Set our stuff back over here. Always place your bolts in places where you know you're going to be able to get them. A lot of times on these steering wheels here, sometimes you can, maneuver this side to side, up and down, which I don't recommend. But sometimes if the steering wheel has enough play, it can be pulled off manually. But in this case, it will not. So I have already went and grabbed my steering wheel puller, which is by OEM 57182 if you guys are looking for or happen to be trying this on your own. But yeah, this is the block or the brace that actually removes the steering wheel, well, helps pull it off or whatever. So, but with that being said, we're not going to actually leave this actual bolt off. We're actually going to put this actually back in here because we're going to use this as a spacer to actually help pull this pull the steering wheel off. All right, so what we're going to do is find the correct size bolt that goes into the steering wheel. So see which one fits, and I believe we have a fit. We have a match, right? So we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a 13, which I know that's already size, and we're gonna get this out enough to where this is almost about have enough distance to thread it enough to start the installation for the de-installation. All right, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. And slide this on. You're gonna find your other bolt hole here. There's two of them here that's close. The closest one's to the T50 hex bolt that's on the steering wheel. So once you get your bolts started, you want to go ahead and run them in some to get yourself enough threads. And do not run these in quickly with an electric tool. Preferably best to do this with a ratchet or a socket. And yeah, we're gonna back this off a little bit. We're gonna back this off a little bit more, just so that we can get a decent amount of thread started, because it's not going to take a lot of force to get this off. Okay, I want to keep this centered on here. What you want to do is just make sure this is level. All right, center your puller onto the bolts, right? And then we're going to tighten that up. Then we're going to use a ratchet here to start pulling the steering wheel off, because the process of how this works is you have the block here, and you have 2 bolts that run down into the steering wheel, and you're using this threaded rod here with threads to actually push on the bolt, and these bolts here that are in the steering wheel are going to pull the steering wheel off of the steering column. All right, so back to it. All right, got a little play, we got some looseness here, so we're going to go ahead and back these bolts off, right, and see what we got. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take these off, right, and we're going to back our bolt out. Well, before we do that, we're going to go ahead and put everything back. So I already know that the actual steering wheel is already dismantled. I just got to remove the remaining bit of the bolt. Always put your parts back where you get them from. Unscrew this off here and put our tool back. All right. So close this back up. All right. Set this back in the back. We're gonna go ahead and take this bolt out. We're gonna wiggle our way off, and when you do this, make sure your wires come through. All right. So now we are steering wheel-less. I made that word up. But yeah, this is your steering wheel, right? Well, my steering wheel, your steering wheel, whichever. Now that we have it here, I'm going to get a Phillips, and I'm going to remove the cruise control. Got Phillips screws here, right? I'm going to take these off. I'm going to lay them to the side, right? Take our screws, set them over here. Just fill up bolts there. Take this off here. Take our bolts, set them over here. Gonna go ahead and wiggle this up out of the way. Being a little stubborn. Okay, there you go. So, all right. Now we have that there. So now we're going to remove the horn. So the horn is these 2 bolts here. Okay. Thought these were hex bolts. So since I don't have a hex, which I thought I had a hex-headed bolt, I mean wrench, we're gonna use these here. To remove the bolts holding the horn. That's 1. And we have 2. These here are the horn bolts. I'm going to set those to the side. And this is the horn. So we're going to set this over here. Set that on the right for right. Then we're going to crack this one loose, crack that one loose, and then we're going to go ahead and just work these out. Right? So But yeah, this is just a tutorial on how to replace the steering wheel in your SN95 or S195 or 197. I think that's the name of it. Put these two bolts here. We're going to take this other one here, lay it over here in the midst of those bolts, right? So once we have those things out of the way, we're going to go ahead and take these little small Phillips head screws, right? They're here in the center, which these hold on the backing plate to the steering wheel. So we're going to go ahead and remove those. But before you remove them all, keep this from falling out. Oh, it fell. Never mind. I was going to say hold that. You probably want to do that on a solid surface. But this here is the back piece. And these are your cruise control cables and your cruise control. You want to leave those in place. Orientation should be the wires at the top. I'm just going to set this up here at the top. In this case, we're out with the old and with the new. These little tabs here are supposed to be grinded down on the new one. I've already went and did the courtesy of doing that already. I'm going to set this one over there. Now we're going to get the new one, right? Nice, freshly done. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take this here, right, and we're going to set this in place just like the old one. All right, make sure your wires are off to the side. You know, everything is where it's supposed to be. We're going to take these same screws, right, and we're going to start these into the back of the steering wheel. Right, make sure everything is lined up. Get a Phillips screwdriver, and I'm just holding the back of it with my left hand.